moving forward with self-care. And as we go through this, please have your journal again in this moment to write out what I am going to share and post here on the video. And, going through this process, I want you guys to know that if you feel you need to go through it again at a later time, please go through it again at that time. Just because you went through it once, all right, know that you can go back and do it again later because sometimes things come up that we forgot about, okay? And we need to address, those experiences so that we can bring healing to it, which then releases the attachment to the feeling of that timeline of what the experience was, of whatever that was for each person. So I have a few points I'm going to share now. And the first one is mindfulness practice. Okay. So it's engaging in daily meditation or breathing exercises to stay present. Now, in my life, I was someone who suffered with severe ADHD all of my life. Okay. And it caused a lot of problems, a lot of suffering in the thinking mind I lived with. And it was learning to meditate. And I had to do a lot of practicing to reach the space I'm in now of presence and to be thinking in my thinking human mind. It's not the same anymore because I'm not in my mind thinking about things. I'm just not there anymore. Okay. So I had to practice meditation each day. Now, I have tons of guided meditations in the light, and you can find them on my YouTube channel, Jeffrey Saunders with the Pureness of Light Energy. You go to my playlist, and then you go down to guided healing meditations. There's a mini series I have, okay, and I believe there were 6 videos, and they're all 10 minutes each. And I guide you to the eternal truth within you. And the first two sessions that are there, or steps that are there, is practicing presence and feeling your own light body of energy that I guide you through in those first two videos out of the 6. And I practice that every single day. All right. I had different reasons on why I practiced it because of the deep suffering I was in during that time of my life. And it shifted me into the present moment, leaving the thinking mind and enjoying more of what was around me in the moment. And that's how I live in my life now. All right. So know that is there. And if there are ads popping up or you don't pay for that YouTube premium, there's nothing I can do to remove ads. I haven't met requirements for it yet. So know that you can go to my guided meditation page where all the videos are down that wall as well. And you just search on Facebook, Guided Healing Meditations with Jeffrey Saunders. Okay. And you search for that. But the link will be under this video as well for that link, okay, for the YouTube channel and also for the Facebook group page. So doing guided meditations is going to help you to elevate you in your life, relieving you from the human thinking mind of just thinking thoughts all day and their lower thoughts or whatever they might be. Catch those thoughts when they come into your mind. Okay, if you do have thoughts that are negative, catch them, start catching them and telling yourself that's not true. All right. And you start building up your own inner strength and willpower over your own thoughts where they no longer affect you. And then they just eventually go away and you don't have them anymore. All right. The second point is journaling. Write regularly to process emotions, track your progress, and reflect on your growth. If you're someone who doesn't do it, it might be hard to get into, but really challenge yourself. Do it each night. Make it a priority because your self-care is a priority over all things. Because if we don't look after ourselves first, what good are we if we're in a lower state? We're no good to ourselves and we're no good to others at that point, whether it be friends, family, or work, or different things. If we're not feeling our best, it takes away from our life. So it's challenging yourself to write each night in your journal, the emotions you felt throughout the day, how you handled yourself, different things like that. Okay. And do that every day. And then watch how you feel after so many times of doing it, noticing that you're feeling a little bit better. And then, eventually you end up seeing it is life changing when you write out, how you went, how the day went, and, writing out things that you're proud about yourself, right? Writing out gratitude, the things you're grateful for. That is a huge thing. The power of gratitude in my life. I am so grateful for so many things in my life each day. And I tell people, even in my life, how grateful I am for them, different friends that are helping me in my life. Constantly, I sit in the power of gratitude. Okay. So it's noticing that when you're writing in your journal, or also just sharing it with people in that form of kindness and sitting in kindness and compassion, and bringing yourself into awareness where you're doing that more each day. And then again, you'll see your life getting better. Okay, so now it's finding supportive communities. And it's really connecting with the supportive groups or networks that align with your healing journey. All right, so whether it's groups online, all right, and following people, or if it's outside and going to meetings, if that is something you need to do, okay, with others who are on a healing journey as well, it's doing it together in unity because we're gaining new perspectives from others who are doing their work as well. And then we're learning and taking new knowledge from other people that are helping them, and we're applying it to ourselves, gaining new tools and knowledge that we didn't have before. All right. So that is another big point that will really help in moving forward with your life. Having healthy boundaries. So it's really practicing setting and maintaining boundaries to protect your own energy, watching how you feel each day. If there are those people in your life that are bringing you down, you're doing the work to rise yourself up. And if there are people who don't honor you for your path and your healing journey, and they're just negative in your life, or they're not grateful, maybe you're giving your energy to people and they're not giving it back in a certain way of reciprocation, okay, back and forth, and you're really feeling drained. We have to start removing those people from our lives because it is really weighing us down and it's really not helping us to move forward when we're anchored into different forms of relationships, okay, and having those healthy boundaries. And the next point is the physical activity. It's really bringing into your life regular exercise like walking or yoga, or if you're even into dancing, to boost both physical and mental well-being. So it could be even going for nature walks, okay, and being out in nature. Being in a space and holding space for yourself is so important. All right. So if you're someone who works all the time, it's really putting yourself first as you move forward, and putting yourself as a priority to hold space for yourself where you can just relax, sit in presence with yourself, sit in gratitude. If it's even 5 minutes to start off each day, where you make this mandatory that you're going to do this each day, and then watch as you do it for a while on how you feel. You realize that you feel better. Okay. The next point is balanced nutrition. It's really focusing on supporting yourself with healthier choices for what we put into our body. Okay. If we're someone that used to put a lot of junk into our body, after we ate it, we know we never felt that good after eating it. And when we make healthier choices, we start noticing that we feel better. So it's really incorporating that into your life, and also drinking water each day is important as well. Okay, so make sure you're drinking water each day. If you're someone who doesn't drink much water, just start, making yourself push yourself. Drink a couple more cups a day of water than you usually do. All right. It is going to make a difference. And then the next point is creative expression. And it's really engaging as you move forward in creative activities, like art or music or writing, right? We really want to get into what feels good for our creations of things we want to create, such as myself. My creations are my guided meditations. I love making guided meditations. It brings me so much joy every single time I make a guided meditation because they're different experiences I go through. And then I get to create a guided meditation for people who desire and want to go through, the connections that I connect with within the pureness of light. And that is my creativity. And the same thing as creating this program, it was brought me so much joy to create this program, right? This was my creativeness. So for you, what would bring you joy to start creating things in your life? What would that be for you? And it's something you can journal and dig deep within yourself. And then, picking up a new hobby is another thing where you can really explore new hobbies that bring joy to your life. And, moving forward, I really made this very general so that it can connect with all people. But if there's an area where you're kind of stuck and you need to have a one-on-one call with me, okay, I do have a session where that's what it's an hour coaching. And then we go through working in the light, okay, and connecting and bringing more healing to the different areas where you might need more healing work or you need more understandings for yourself because you didn't really get certain areas that you need to dive deeper in. Reach out to me, okay? And you can do that. And again, on the screen, the pureness of light at gmail.com. You can send me an email, but I do have my services here as well. That is underneath the video in the description of the video. Okay, so my service link is there, my guided meditation link. If you're watching on YouTube, just know that my videos, I didn't reach a requirement to remove ads, unfortunately, yet, at least in creating, at this point right now. So if you want to go through more guided meditations or all the ones that I have there, you can actually go on my Facebook group page and type in on Facebook search guided healing meditations with Jeffrey Saunders. And again, I'll have that link posted in with the video, and then scroll down the wall and they're all ad free. And then I also have my Google Drive link, just in case something doesn't work there, then you have access through my Google Drive link that's within those videos or each one. So that is that, my friends. Now you will continue through. Okay, you got a couple more videos to go through, and that is bringing healing to your chakras, manifesting your future, and then my live event that you will go through as well. Okay, and that finding forgiveness, the live event, it's really understanding even deeper on a spiritual level of the eternal truth to what is. Okay, and then going through another guided meditation. But when you go through that session, please make sure you take a break before going into that guided meditation part because it is, I believe, an hour and 20 minutes. It's 40 minutes of me talking and giving explanations and showing you on video, okay, more detail of understanding the eternal truth to what is, of what all this is, of who we are, and then going into that guided meditation, and that's another, I believe, 30 to 40 minutes or 30 minutes or so. So please make sure you take a break before going through that. And yeah, so it's been an honor and a pleasure for me to create this whole package of this series. All right. And yeah, if you need to reach out to me, please reach out. I am here for my friends and my video call sessions. That is all that I do in helping and assisting people. I do not work with people one-on-one in person because I do not need to for the work that is I am here doing. So lots of love to you, my friend, and bye bye for now.